Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We'll be looking at projectile motion today, and projectile motion is defined as a two-dimensional motion under the influence of gravity. We'll be looking at the parameters of projectile motion, which is the angle of projectile, trajectory, range, time of flight, maximum height. But before we go into that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share the video. So I'll be explaining everything concerning projectile, to the calculation, to the explanation, to the formula used to solve problem. Stay tuned and let's dive in. Now, what is projectile motion? Let's explain this. Let's take, for example, we have a footballer in a pitch. Let's use someone playing ball. Let me say a keeper. Let me say Allison or Buffon shoot a ball up to the opponent half, and a striker and defender contest for the ball. Yeah, and the ball landed here. What this ball just undergo is something known as what? Projectile motion, working under gravity, and is two-dimensional motion. Now, we'll be talking about the distance that was covered. We're talking about the maximum height, and we're talking about the time of flight and every other thing in this topic. Let's say, for example, a particle or an object is thrown, reach the maximum height, and decide to come down. Now, the first thing that happened to this, it moved with an initial velocity, landing with a final velocity v and u. This distance covered, horizontal distance, is known as what? The range. And this part which it stopped before coming down is known as what? The maximum height. These are called the parameters of projectile. We'll be looking at them in this video, defining them and talking about their equation, using it, applying it to solve problems. We'll be looking at the angle of projectile. This is defined as the angle which the direction of projectile makes its horizontal plane through the point of projectile. Let me put this down. Therefore, it is also called angle of elevation. Please take note. Now we have the next one, which is the trajectory. This is known as the path described by the particle where the projectile motion is moving. Now the trajectory, it is known as the path described by the particle. We also have the range. This is the maximum distance, maximum horizontal distance covered by the projectile. So mathematically, it has a formula, the range, which is given as r is equal to u square sine 2 theta all over g. Let me call this equation 1 in this video. Now we have the time of flight. The time of flight is the time required for the projectile to reach its maximum height and then return to the plane of the projectile. Mathematically, this can be given as t is equal to 2u sine theta all over g. Now, for it to reach the maximum height, time to reach the maximum height, this can be equal to T is equal to U sine theta all over G. Please, there are two different things. This is the time to reach maximum height, and this is the time of flight. Take note. Now we have maximum height, the height of a projectile from this, from this, the maximum height. So the maximum height is the highest vertical distance obtained by the particle. Therefore, mathematically is given as h is equal to u square sine square theta all over 2g. So we have gotten the formulas of the parameters of projectile. We are also gotten the definition of the parameters of projectile. We'll be looking at problem that we can use these formulas to solve in projectile motion. A question was given: a stone is thrown with a velocity of 5 meters per second at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal. Calculate I, the time of flight, II, the maximum height, IV, the range. So let's dive in while we solve this problem. Now, you know that you already know the formula of time of flight, maximum height, and range. So what you do here is to apply this formula to solve this problem. The time of flight is given as T is equal to 2u sine theta all over G. Now note, they say when G is equal to 10 meters per second square. That was the hint given. So therefore, 2 times the velocity here is 5 times sine 30 degrees divided by 10. So you know that if we multiply this guy, we'll be having 10 sine 30 degrees divided by 10. 10 will cancel 10. So sine 30 given as 0.5 seconds. Please take notes. Now, this is for the time of flight. II. So we should find the maximum height. Mathematically, is given as h is equal to u square sine 2 theta all over g. So therefore, what's my u square? 5 square sine 2 30 degree all over 10. So this will be 25 sine square 30 degree divided by 10. Sorry, this was given as 2g. So therefore, this will be 2 times 10. This will be 2 times 10. Please take note of that correction. Now, my students always have issue with doing this. Now, I'm going to simplify this so that you understand. This is not difficult. Now, how do you simplify that problem? So therefore, my h is equal to 25. 5 square is 25. 25 times you sine 30, then square it. That's how to get this problem here solved. You sine 30, then square it. If you sine 30, it's 0.5. If you square 30, you'll be having 0.25. 25 times 0.25 divided by 20. I'll now have, if I multiply it by 5, I'll be having 25. I'll be having 6.25 divided by 20. If I divide this by 20, I'll be having 0. H is equal to 0.31. What is the unit for H? It is meter. So that's how to simplify this problem here. So you don't put sine square theta, no. Sine theta, sine 30, then you square it. So that's how to get this problem. Hope you understood. So we'll be having I. Our I will be given as range. I believe you recall the equation for range. Range therefore is given as u square sine 2 theta all over g. So let's dive in solving this problem. What is my u? My u is 5 square sine 2 times 30 divided by 10. So how do I solve this guy? This will be 25 sine 60. 2 times 30 is 60 divided by 10. So therefore, 25 sine 60 will give us 21.65. Please confirm with your calculator to know if we are on the right track. Divided by 10. 2.16 meter. The range is measured in meter. Approximately, this is given as 2.2 meter. So take notes and make sure you go through this video again to understand this problem solving. Now I'm going to be dropping 2 to 3 questions for you guys to solve and drop it in the comment section. Please solve it and drop it in the comment section. See you in our next video.